Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to Too Much Tech. And in today's video we're going to be reviewing the glorious Model O wireless, the wireless mouse that we all knew that we needed because wireless mice are way too expensive in my opinion. But this one is doing very good. Like, this is one of my favorite releases of the year. Honestly, this past year I really have not been using my Model O as much. Like, I got it all modded out. It's got like Tiger R2 skates, it's got a Dream Cables paracord, all that stuff, and it's a good mouse. But you know, I kind of forgot like how much I like this shape, and this is just such a safe shape. Like, people say that about the G Pro too, and I think the G Pro is also a safe shape. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more comfortable. I don't know if that comfort is worth paying almost double for the mouse, you know what I mean? I did order G Pro Super Light. That review will be coming as soon as I get it. I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but hopefully sometime in December I'll have that one very soon. But right now I have this one, and I've really been enjoying my time with this mouse. And what I can say off rip, this is the most solid product I take that back. This is the most solid mouse that Glorious has ever made. The GMMK is pretty solid, but this is the best mouse Glorious has ever released. Let's do a quick sound test of this mouse as well. We're going to sound test the mouse clicks, obviously, and we're also going to sound test the durability of this mouse in terms of like when you squeeze it really unnecessarily. Like, I don't really think it's a valid test. It could contribute to somebody's purchasing decision, so that's why I included in the testing. Now, after doing that durability test, you know, comparing this one and then rewatching the one I did in the Model D minus a couple months ago, am I rethinking it a little bit? Yes, but realistically for my use case, it may not be practical, but again, it may be something that you as a customer consider. Me as a customer too. Like, this is purchased. This wasn't sent out. This is purchased, so it may have something or may not have something to do with your decision. But for being a mouse with holes in it and having this great of build quality, I mean, that's really good. And again, you know, the Model O, I think, is one of the staple mice that were released within the past 2 years. This one really got the lightweight mouse train going. We know that Final Mouse was kind of the first to do it, but this mouse got the big companies to realize that they need to start making options and make the price pretty reasonable. And now that Glorious has not only done that with the wired mouse game, but is also doing it with the wireless mouse game with incredible performance. I mean, they got the new Glorious BMF sensor on this thing. Man, this sensor is really good. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that the sensor feels a lot different than like the 3360 on the Model O, because the 3360, 3389, 3335, whatever, all the sensors that are out now, they're all really good. What I can say about this one, I had very consistent performance across the other mice that I play well with that are similar in this size. One being the Viper Mini, one being the Burst Pro, the XM1, blah, blah, blah. Very similar size and weight to this mouse. This one does weigh in about 70 grams on my scale, so very close to 69 grams they say on the box. Probably on another scale, it may be 69, whatever. The performance of this mouse is very good as well. Uniform to the Model O. I'm sure it may be ever so slightly better, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that buying the wireless version versus the wired, you're gonna play better with the wireless version because the shape is the same, and I don't really think it's, you know, that much of an upgrade. The sensor is good. All the buttons feel very similar as well. I do think that these mouse 1 and 2 buttons are a little bit improved too. Like, these do feel slightly more tactile and a little bit less crispy, but in a good way. And then included in the box is this wireless receiver here, this wireless extender here that you can just place on your desk, and then this USB Type-C ascended cable or whatever. This is the charging cable that they give you. This one is, in my opinion, a pretty quality paracord. and this is one of the best paracords that Glorious have ever made. In my opinion, they should do the same level of quality and flexibility on this cable. I keep tugging this mouse, I keep pulling it, look. But they should do this same level of quality and flexibility on the regular extended cables that come with the Model D, Model D minus, Model O, and Model O minus, because this one on their wireless mouse where you really don't need the cable, this just proves that Glorious can make better cables, in my opinion. They should make this cable standard on every mouse. At this point, I mean, after having this with the USB Type-C on the PCB here, I think it would be in Glorious's best interest in terms of like selling more accessories and extended cables and all that's the first party. It would be better if they swapped the Model O, the Model O minus, the Model D, and the Model D minus to have USB Type-C on the PCB. Taking apart your mouse, installing new G-skates and all that stuff, I mean, really, they could be selling USB Type-C paracords to use with the Model O, especially if they're all this quality. I mean, I don't know. I guess this is more of a conversation about the Model O wireless instead of, you know, a review, but I reviewed the Model O a year and a half ago, and really not many of my thoughts have changed. It's a great shape, so if this is like your first gaming mouse and you want a medium-sized mouse, this is a great place to start. It's an ambi shape, but you only got the buttons on the left side of the mouse, and it's very similar to like the Zowie FK2 if you've ever used it. Personally, this was my first experience with an FK2 shape, so I like it a lot. I also like the Viper. And the G Pro, I have mixed feelings about the past version of it, but I am excited to try the G Pro Superlight. But what I do want to say is that I really like the Model O wireless, and for the price of $80, getting a better level of build quality than you have from previous Glorious mice products. A great cable when you're ready to charge it. Speaking of the battery life, I've gotten to about 20-ish% of battery life with the RGB on max brightness after about 20-ish hours of use. So I'm pretty sure that if you got max RGB brightness on, it's probably gonna get somewhere in the realm of about 22 to 23 hours. If you have all the RGB lights off, you'll probably get a lot closer to that 70 hours of battery life that Glorious claims on the box. But 70 hours, I mean, if you don't care about RGB, you know, cool. That's really good. You won't charge this mouse probably for 2-3 weeks. But if you like RGB, you'll probably be charging, you know, once or twice a week or something like that. But easiest way to do it, if your keyboard has a detachable USB Type-C cable, just plug it in at night with your keyboard cable. That way the next day it's ready to go. You don't have to buy a fancy dock like you do with the Razer Viper or whatever. You just get a really good, reasonably priced mouse with USB Type-C, thank the Lord. Very easy for charging, super accessible, and yeah, this shape, this is just a safe shape. The G skates, they're very upper mid-tier in terms of mouse skates. I don't really think that you need to replace these at all. Personally, if you were gonna upgrade the mouse feet, I would get Tiger Arc 1 or 2s. That's where you're gonna notice a bigger upgrade to the glide quality. I would say maybe about 10 to 20% better or so. But the G skates aren't really bad and you don't have to swap them out. So I wouldn't call it a priority. But overall, for 80 bucks, if you need a wireless mouse and you don't want to spend double, just get this. Seriously, it's a really good product, and I highly recommend that you take a look at this. I'm really excited to see that now they're going to come out with hopefully a Model O minus wireless and a Model D minus wireless at some point too. I thought the Model D was a good mouse, but that one is just a little bit too big for me personally. The Model O shape is better for me, and the Model D minus shape is a little bit better for me as well. So I can't wait for both of those mice to get released at some point, maybe within the next year or year and a half or whatever. But Glorious, good job, keep killing it. I'm excited for that GMMK Pro. Ordered 2 of them, so you guys will see the black one and the white version on the channel getting unboxed, but I'm probably just gonna build the white one. Sneak peek for you guys, just to let you know. I don't know what theme I'm gonna do just yet for the GMMK Pro, but I am excited to get it, and hopefully mine ships within the first wave, who knows, right? But overall, back to the Model O wireless. If you want one, just get it. It's 80 bucks. It's a good deal, and if they ever go on sale, even better. Well, all right guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoy, feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new as well. Hope you guys enjoy the content so far. I want to thank you guys again for hitting 50K subscribers, and yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to follow me on social media like Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to DM me there, drop a comment below, or join the Discord channel. Either one, I don't mind. I help you guys out all the time. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you in the next video.